What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Andy Gunnin here, Pat Door Podcast with me always. Jody Cieutat, Midget Mafia OG, TikTok sensation, co-host. What else? What
How you
else?
doing, sir?
Tired. Tired.
It sounds it.
Struggling. I don't know why, man. I'm tired, man. I've been up since 6 a.m. My dog barked. I think I'm tired because I worked out yesterday and I'm sore. So then my body's like, what the hell are you doing? It's trying to heal. It's like, go back to bed. We need to heal. You're too
Yeah,
old for this shit.
we was building a greenhouse, and I was up and down a ladder yesterday.
Oh, I bet you're sore as hell.
Yeah,
You're doing stuff like you don't go up and if you don't go up in a ladder all day every day, you are going to be sore. You're going to find
yeah. You
things
wake
your
up the
body.
next day saying, "What the hell?"
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What the hell? Exactly. Kind of like what I'm doing. Well, my dog woke me up. My dog woke up at 6 o'clock barking for no reason. Then it was like, dadgummit. So I just got up and went about my day. But I did just take like a nap. I took like a 20, 30-minute nap for this podcast. I did. I got up. I did some things. I went and did some errands, ran around, came back home, drank a second cup of coffee. And then I started writing a little bit. And then I was like, man, I'm hitting a wall. I need to take a nap so I have some energy for this podcast and the rest of my day. I got things I got to do,
Showing your age.
Dude, I love naps. I've taken naps. I have been taking naps since my 20s. Oh, actually, before that. I mean, I've been taking naps. I was taking naps in high school. Involuntarily, my body would just shut down. But I
Yeah,
started realizing I needed a nap because all the activities and the powerlifting and everything I used to do. So then I embraced naps. I
yeah,
embraced them. And then I learned in my 30s when I was in sales and started to have high blood pressure and stuff, like I needed to because I was just go, 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 go.
yeah,
I would take a 30-minute nap, 20, 30 minutes, shut down, and I would come back to the point where my body would say, you need a like, I would be like shutting down, and I'd have to pull off into a neighborhood, into a cul-de-sac. So I'd sold build material. So I'd just pull off into where I knew an empty cul-de-sac was, like they develop it, but hadn't started building. And I just go in there and take a 20, 30-minute nap, get up and just, and then continue on. And my wife now is like, how do you take naps? How can you just shut down? I'm like, I just shut down. I just like cross my arms.
yeah,
And then I read a thing years later in Forbes that, your top CEOs, the CEO for GE would take 2 naps a day,
yeah,
schedule 2 naps a day
yeah.
because he worked 17 hours a day. But he would have scheduled naps. And so, yeah, so that's what I was like, I'm going to schedule naps.
So now you feel popular.
Now,
You feel like in
now
that
I'm
popular
popular.
crowd.
Oh, yeah, dude, you got to, man. You got to, man. A lot of and you talk about oh you don't need a nap, you do, but you do, man, you do.
Yeah,
I mean, now I see how these people live in their 80s and 90s that take naps all the time. It's like,
yeah,
man, you just got to shut it down and refresh it,
yeah,
reboot the system, a lot. And that's a lot of my installers that used to work for me. A lot of those guys would take an hour and a half, 2 hour nap lunches because they would eat
yeah,
and then lay down and take a 30, 45-minute nap and then get up and just keep working.
yeah.
Smart, dude.
Yeah, you
Smart.
gotta take that break.
Yeah, you gotta take a break. Shut up. I mean, your body's only equipped to go so long before it starts breaking, and it'll tell you, it's like, hey man, chill out.
Yeah.
And there are other people are like, I can't take naps. I'm like, you can if you can you can teach yourself to shut down for
Yeah.
like 15, 20. You can
People
teach
are so
yourself.
used to just taking an energy drink though.
Yeah,
You
and
start
keep
getting that
going.
crash, just pop and go.
That's not good for you at all.
No,
That's not good
no.
for you at all. And they're proven. There've been some studies, and they've proven that those energy drinks are not good for them. They will cause a heart attack. They will kill
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
They will. It's like doing cocaine. It's like doing speed. It's like just doing lines of cocaine or speed all the time. It's like your body can't just keep go, 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 go.
Yeah.
It's not built for it. And it's just like my body's not built to stay fat. So that's why I started trying to work out. And I worked out yesterday a little bit and I'm sore as hell. So this is going to be an interesting fun cast with me just bitching right off the top and talking about naps for the first 5 minutes. It's life. It's life. Everything
Yeah.
can't be great and awesome and rosy and just
Yeah.
fun. Oh,
So you're trying to
Jesus.
be the next Liver King.
Liver. What about? No, I'm not trying to be the next Liver King. I
Hey.
did back in the day when I used to power lift. I was the original OG Liver King when I used to power lift and stuff and work out. Now my body, now I can't because I've had both biceps. I've blown both biceps. I have them reattached. My shoulder rebuilt. Now I'm just trying to function without breaking something or something popping or disconnecting because of all the scar tissue and everything I got from beating my body up and doing it around bad way. Yeah, that Liver King, I don't really know him that much other than he's just a built dude. And he is just known for being on TikTok or something and saying he's natural. And that's the one thing I do know is he says he's natural. He's not natural.
No.
He's not natural. I agree with Joe Rogan 100%. Like, he's not natural. I've been in enough gyms. I've power lifted. I've been in competitions and everything. No, look at that dude. I'm like, no, you're not natural, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
The human body is not, naturally that way on its own without some help of some sort. Trust me, I did all natural powerlifting. I did all natural everything. Never took steroids, and my body never got that way. And I was undefeated in competitions for 5 years and lived in a gym, ate supplements, ate right. I got nowhere near close to that.
Well, you can only go so far with yourself.
Right. And I'd had buddies that had like natural genes and natural abilities that were just ripped, and we were like, what is wrong with you? Like, they were just naturally, and still to this day are still to this day just naturally just like and it was just like a freak of nature, but they weren't as big as him, but they were just weirdly freak of nature ripped, like that. And there was one guy that was knew that was that way, and I knew he didn't take steroids. I knew him very well. He was a good friend of mine, and he was just one of those freaks like that. And just I don't say freaks. It's just his body was just like, it's like, because it's not normal. It's like, dude, you're not supposed to be that ripped. And he's like, what do you? He barely worked out, barely. Like, I don't even think he lifted weights more than like twice a week. And the dude was, and I lived in the gym, and I was eating right now, and he was just like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Pop, pop, 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 pop." he had like a 12, he had like a 10-12 pack without even trying.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things. But everybody's different. But Liver King is not natural. That dude's not natural. Anyways, I don't know how we got out of it. But yeah. But talk about some subjects everybody does know about. I think I titled this elections and all that. I'm tired of it. And guess what? We get a freaking runoff. We get more damn commercials and texts here in Georgia from Herschel and Warnock because we're in a runoff. Yeah. Because they tied. They didn't technically tie. I mean, there was 20,000 more votes for Warnock, but he didn't carry 51%, so we got to have a runoff. So we get to listen to more commercials.
It's lovely.
Aren't you excited?
Do you get text? I get text.
Dude, I started getting text the other day. I got so pissed. Out of the blue. And I'm like, where? I'm like, where do they get my number? I'm like, oh yeah, your number's on your website and everything. Your number's not really hidden. But then it was like, well, I haven't been getting them until now. But I just started getting them from everybody. And I just and I was like, and I know it's just a robot thing, but I was like, if you text me, I'm not voting for you. Stop. If you text me, I'm not voting for you. Yeah, it was weird.
I get to the point where I'm like texting a long paragraph. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, that's a robot. Never mind.
It's a robot. Why? It's a robot. They're not going to read that. They're not reading that.
Yeah.
I did write myself in. Did you write? I wrote myself in. It was for city council here in town. It wasn't for Senate or anything. So my wife's like, why did you write yourself in? It's like, I didn't like anybody who was running for city council.
I had a buddy write me in as lieutenant governor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. My wife's like, is your name going to come up? I was like, one per is just me writing in. I said, might because it's local. I was like, but it would be funny if it does pop up. I go. I said I want to just see if it would pop. And she's like, I don't know if it ever did.
Well, the thing is, it's like your second or third runner up. It looks powerful.
Yeah, it looks powerful. Dude, just like, man, if you're nominated, man, I'm using it. Credit.
Yeah.
Nominated. I was there. I was in it. I was involved in it.
Yeah. The whole time.
Doesn't matter because I'm a political writer now. I am.
How's that going?
Not good so far. We had to cancel the first show. First show got canceled, but we do have one of the first big universities who said they were going to host us signed on officially for next September. I think it's the University of Minnesota. We'll be doing a show there. They officially signed on. But I mean, I wasn't expecting a bunch of shows this year. I was hoping for some. I mean, we just had some bad ticket sales for the first one. I think everybody. I don't know. I'm not involved. I'm not heavily involved on the first show. So now that we're going forward, I'll be in on what's going on more. Shows coming up. You know, the only way we won't do a show if a show gets canceled is because we don't sell 75% of the ticket sell capacity. Once we sell 75% of the tickets, show goes on no matter what, whether it's break even or whatever. The main thing is to break even, cover costs at the moment, which that's in every show just about. But now that the primaries are over, now we're actually moving forward towards presidential election. And the closer we get to presidential election, it's going to get busier. So that's a good thing. So next year will be really busy with a lot of those, and they won't get canceled. But this year we've got several more lined up. It's just a matter of ticket sales and promoting correctly. So I'm supposed to have some Zoom meetings with them, try to kind of figure out what's going on with that. But
so you need to sell more shirts so you can buy tickets yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna buy tickets myself. I'm not gonna pay myself.
You gotta make the show go on. Come on.
Well, I know I got to make the show go on. Look, I know, and we're supposed to have some Zoom calls and kind of figure out what's going. But I knew it was going to be slow this year. I knew it was going to be slow. You know, going into this next year, until we get closer to elections, you know, then we'll be
speed up.
Yeah, it'll speed up, and we'll end up a lot more, and people start because right now, you know, with elections after primaries, people don't know what's going on, where they're going to want their money and promote and stuff like that. So anyways, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've been writing. I've been writing a lot. A lot of political stuff. And I'm also working on the new stuff for a Sugar Hooker tour and Sugar Hooker stuff. So anyways, which I already got busy, trying to stay busy. I'm busy not making money. I'm busy. I'm busy. What I tell you about? I've been selling shirts. Thank you to everybody who's bought shirts. If you want a shirt, DM me. Right now, I'm fixing to put up an ordering platform. I think I've sold like 20 shirts, so it's been good. Can't complain. Still hadn't made your shirt. I've made it. I just haven't printed it and put it on the shirt and sent it to you. So that's still gotta happen. I got it. I just gotta put it on there and mail it to you. It's
just simple stuff.
Simple stuff. It's simple stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, no. Hopefully it's going to. You know, I knew this thing was going to be a thing for going next year. I was hoping, you know, but we'll see. We've got some more stuff. Robert said there's more shows coming. People are talking, so it's just now it's a matter of promoting for presidential race. And get all this primary stuff behind us. So interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. And I got a lot of new material to write about, a lot of new people to write about when we're doing these things, especially like Pennsylvania and a bunch of weird stuff.
It's out of gas.
Eagles are eagles. It's like, bruh. Jesus. Funny's funny, dude. I don't care what you say. How's things going with you in TikTok world? TikTok land. I'm pissed off at TikTok, by the way. So I'm not really posting on there. I posted some things and I am blocked. I am flatlined. I get 0 views. I mean, it's like ridiculous.
It's definitely crazy.
Yeah, it's so I just kind of glimpsed by a couple of things yesterday. Hold on, I put that on some banner. I need to put it on. So yeah. So what's on TikTok now? What's the new thing? What's your new trend? What's your
We're starting
new?
to actually get some branded content offers.
Like what?
We got a water company looking at us. We got a tax company wanting some videos. So
okay,
it is what it is.
Are they paying?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're paying, but are they actually paying? I mean, $1. I mean, someone pays you $1, it's called paying. But I mean, are they actually paying money that's worth a flip?
Well, when I talked to another guy that does this stuff, and he's like, with the followers you got, you should be getting $3,000 per video.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, I just don't know where that was. I didn't mean to ask that. You didn't have to, but no, that's a good. But that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's why I see a lot of the guys, a lot of folks doing stuff like that, like the bistro hutty guys and restaurant stuff and different things like that. And I'm like, I think he's got to deal with mellow mushroom and a couple. I was like, which is fine. I'm just kind of curious, like, what he's hookering it out for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll hook her out and advertise too, but you know what? I mean, they got to write a check, pay. You know what I mean? Someone's going to advertise, they got to pay.
Yeah. Well, that's what I took into consideration was just $3,000 to me is ridiculous.
Dude, but that's the going rate. That's the going rate. But you know what? Here's the thing: you start high. I mean, if that's ridiculous to you, then that's where you start because you can always work down.
Yeah.
You can never go back up. You can go up if your views go up and your drive goes up. Then you're like, hey man, to renew. Which I've been in that situation. I started, when we had sponsors here 2 years ago. When I started with sponsors, I was like, look, everybody's struggling, and I was dealing with small businesses, so I was like $100. And then my views and and I was watching everything and they were getting traction and then they were renewing. I was like, all right, I got to go up because everybody was going on me. Everybody was going up on me.
Yeah.
Fees were going up. So I had to go up and I'm like, look, fees. So I've got to go up too. And it's harder to go up sometimes. But you don't want to get so high up there. Everybody's like, oh, F off, but what you want to know is what that median line is. If this one guy's getting 3,000, another guy that's getting 5, another guy's getting 6, and you figure out what that median, somebody's doing 1,000, and you're like, I'm right here in the middle. Like you're getting a deal with me, bro. I mean, you don't want to make it too good, but you want to make it good enough. They're like, let's go, let's see what happens, and then they get stuff out of it, and they're getting stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Then you're like, whatever your contract is, whether it's 90 days, 6 months, or whatever that is. Then you go, hey man, I'd love to have you renew. And they be like, yeah, man, the feedback's been great. How much more? Well, it's $4,000 now. Okay. Because they'll go, okay, we got results. Because $5,000 for this other dude, we weren't sure. We went with a $3,000 gamble with you, whatever that is, and if they go 3,000, you go, oh, let's talk. What are you thinking? What are you wanting? How long?
Yeah.
There's negotiating. Everything has a price. It's just a matter of a price that we both can agree upon that's worth my time and effort and yours, and what you're getting out of it, and what you're,
Well, it's crazy that the business part of it.
What's that?
The business part of it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, and that's where I think my sales background shines because I am an aggressive motherfucker when it comes to that shit. But I will find. But I also look at it both ways. What am I getting? What are you getting?
Yeah.
I want you to win in this thing because if you're winning, I'm winning, and then you're going to struggle with another check.
Exactly.
I'm going to work hard for you and put together a good video. I want you to do well. I want you to succeed. I want you to get, whatever your goal is. That's why when I had people that ever, sponsor the radio show and here, which I don't have anybody right now, which we need to get somebody, by the way. So, sell that in the package too, by the way, Jody. So yeah, so you can be on the podcast too. It's only $150 out more. Anyways, seriously, it's only $150 more. I'll take anything to help cover costs. What was I saying? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I want everybody to win. It's like, I would ask everybody, it's like, what do you want out of this? What are you looking to get out of there? Just your name out there? You're looking to get some views, some traction over your TikTok. I mean, what's your end goal here? I mean, because they've got a goal, or they hope, or you're like, oh, well, this is what we're looking for. And that's where you got to be realistic and say, well, I know you're going to get this. I can't guarantee this. My goal is, I've had roofing companies, buddies of mine who own their own roofing companies, and they sponsor me. One Venture Roofing, which I'll mention right now, they sponsored me the longest. They were really cool. And then they just stopped. I mean, fees went up. I had to go up, and they were like, yeah. And they just didn't renew, which I said, that's fine. Right now, he had gotten traction and he got leads out of it. He got some leads out of it, which was good because typically those guys have to pay at one time they were paying around 85. I think now they pay by the time they get a lead, because you cost variable your leads on the amount of advertising you do, and there's lead generators. And I think now they're saying it costs them $110 for every lead. So every time you get a lead to go to see somebody about doing a job or quote them or whatever, it costs you $110 to get that opportunity. So when you're there, you're like, I'm here to sell something. I'm here, and the goal is 1 out of 3 is usually a sell. So you got to invest $330 to get that, one decent sell, one decent house, one decent roof or job, whatever the job is, gutter side. Yeah. So that's why you got to look at it, or you hope they look at it. You got to make sure they're looking at it that way. And a lot of these big companies do. Now, if it's a smaller company, you just don't know. And it's funny how many times I've had to have these conversations to teach people that haven't looked at it the right way. How are you looking at it? Well, I just know, so I don't know how big the companies are you're looking at. And I'm sure it sounds like they're pretty decent size if they're coming to you.
Yeah.
And they should have that in mind or looked at. So don't be afraid to throw a number. Never be afraid to throw a number on the table.
Well, the way I calculated mine was if I did 30 of them a year, this would be my total, and I'm good with that.
You're going to do a year contract?
No, I'm saying if I did 30 branded contents a year.
Okay.
That grand total for the whole year, with all the 30 different companies, I'm good with that number.
So what are you trying to sell for $3,000? One video?
Yeah.
Okay. One video for $3,000.
Yeah.
That can just be up and run forever.
Yep.
Okay. I like it. It's not bad. I mean, if you think about it long term, the people who have hosted my podcast and radio show, all those shows are still up and available. I have not taken any of them down. They've not been blocked. They've not been taken down. They've not been hindered. They will pop up in my memories. I will repost them. The people are still tagged. I never untag. If it gets untagged, has nothing to do with me. Yeah. And we've mentioned them. We've talked about them in the thing. So realistically, I undersold them because they're still running. I don't know if they're getting anything out of it. That's between them and God.
Yeah.
I do know they're all in business still and doing very well. Even the very, very small mom and pop people like Killer Finds and Roz over at the CBD place, they're still in business. So, I mean, it obviously worked out for everyone. And I think she's now doing her own little podcast, which is fine. That's good. But yeah,
that's the way I am. I mean, as long as I can help you and you can help me, let's do it.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. No, I mean, $3,000 is. I mean, I think that's a good number. I don't see anything wrong with that number. I think you just got to get comfortable with that number and ask it. And that's the biggest thing that people in comedy and comedians in comedy. I have this conversation almost weekly, and I'm in a group thing where we're a bunch of comedians and headliners that are trying to help each other and help other guys. Like, hey man, and fill in the gaps. Like my gap right now is getting booked more in bigger clubs, getting more shows, getting things like that continually. Even though I get decent bit of shows, I need more continual. So that's my gap. Their gap, a lot of those guys' gaps, sometimes they're like, I don't know how much I'm worth. I don't know how to, they're scared to put a number. They're scared. And most guys, because most comedians aren't sales guys or haven't been sales guys, and they're like, they're so afraid to get told no.
Yes.
And not to get the stage time that they'll undercut themselves. And that's been the biggest problem in comedy since the 80s and still hindering. And I hope to God I can help that in some way. I've got some friends of mine who have been in the business 15, 20 years, had gone viral and all that. And they're asking higher prices. They got more credits, this and that. But even guys who don't have a lot of credits, who are still good, and like, they put on good shows and they're going to book good shows. Because they're going to book guys like me and my other buddies, and they're going to bring good comedians in.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I'm going to sell it for $250. I'm like, I want to bitch slap you. You know, I was like, I just want like $250. It's what it costs to talk to somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, so, and so what I try to tell them is like, don't be afraid to throw a number on the table, and don't, and shoot for the, and don't, it's not shooting for the stars when you know you can bring a good show.
Yeah.
And sometimes you've got to, like, you know, just, even if you don't think, you're like, I don't know, you know, you get scared. And that's the thing, it's negotiating. Not being afraid to negotiate, not being afraid to say something. And then we're already not afraid to say something because we're getting up there on a microphone. We're shocking people with the stuff we're talking about. But why is it so hard for you to put a number on the table? Because you don't want to be told no. Well, you have nothing. You have yet to gain anything.
Yeah.
Okay. You've yet to gain anything. You have nothing else but to win. Even if they say no, you still have no show. You still have no money. The same conversation that you 5 minutes prior to talking to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I sent a contract to a guy in Oklahoma about doing a comedy show, and I wrote out a full 2-page contract. Like, here's your responsibilities. Here's my responsibilities. Here's who gets the ticket money. Here's how it's processed. Here, all the way down to him getting all the food and beverage sales, the ticket money coming to me, what the ticket money goes towards. So nothing. And I haven't talked to him yet, but I know he's in shock because he's like, I think he was thinking about, and he goes, well, because he had asked me originally, he goes, what is it going to cost me just to pay for you to produce shows? Like, you're not going to want to know that number.
Yeah.
And he goes, why? And I go, because that number is going to hurt your feelings right now.
Yes.
With no guarantee. Now, the contractor I wrote up puts both of us skin in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. We're both gambling. He has less to lose than I do. He's more stable than me. I've got more to put in, more to work, more to show, more to do, and more about putting asses in seat and booking comics.
Yeah.
And coming out of the pocket with a little bit. Now, the win is selling tickets, selling out shows, and selling out shows continuing. Then I will eventually get bonuses and get more money based upon more ticket sales, which means I got to keep working. I got to keep moving. I got to keep doing everything. Now, I told him, I said, now, if you want all the ticket money, you're responsible for the ticket money. You're responsible for promoting. I'll book the shows, and I'll put the posters, and you put them out there, and I'll show up for the shows. My comics will show up for the shows, and we'll do the shows. You got to write a check for each show. And I said, it will be X amount. And he goes, why so much? I said, because I got to pay my comedians. I got to pay myself. So now my paycheck's in it. And my travel.
Yeah. And
managing. And doing all the things I do. And I said, this is how much it takes for me to do that per show. And he's like, what? And I said, now, difference is if I get all the ticket money, I'm gambling.
Yeah.
I'm gambling. And I may make enough to pay the comedians and not myself. And that's happened. And that happened on my shows. My shows have always been successful because I get out there, promote, and I do, and I sell out, and I put enough asses in seats that I get paid.
Yeah.
You're hosting. You're doing, it's at your venue. You're getting all the alcohol and food sales, and we're going to promote the hell out of it. You're going to make a lot of money every show, alcohol and beer. But if you want the ticket money, you got to write a check for this, and then you're gambling everything.
Yeah.
And I'm not responsible for ticket sales. And he was like, huh? I was like, what you want?
Yeah, no.
What you want?
The problem is they want everything.
They want everything.
Yeah.
They want everything. And the problem is he didn't realize I sat down and I put together a spreadsheet of my costs, whether I fly out, whether I drive out. I know everything that it costs me. I was like, now he has to give us 2 hotel rooms, and then he gives us the room there, and then I put everything together and make magic happen, book comedians, and we go from there.
Yeah.
So, and I said, what do you want? And he's like, what? And I'm like, because originally he said, oh, I'll fly you out here. You do this. And I said, okay. I said, but you don't want to know what that number is per show.
Yeah.
He's like, what? He goes, it costs that much to book comedians? I go, yeah, these aren't even like Dave Chappelle's. These aren't even Chris Rock's. These aren't even comedies. I mean, some of these guys have been on Comedy Central, but they're not like on there continually.
Yeah.
They're road comics. They're very good. They're amazing. They get booked regularly. They're friends of mine. They know them. As a matter of fact, I can book other bigger communities, and then that number I give you goes up.
Yeah.
Because then sometimes I have to do a door deal. He's like, "What's a door deal?" And I go, "Where the headliner gets a portion of the tickets because he's a draw, or he's supposed to be a draw."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What?" I go, "So I'll have a deal like that with him, like I'm having with you. So it's a gamble for him, but it's also takes a little off of me knowing, well, he's got to get to work too to get his people there.
Yeah.
And he better be that draw to bring those extra seats that I need, and that he needs to pay him and to get that bonus." So there's multiple ways to skin a cat, but when it gets to numbers, it gets scary and people freak out. I don't have a problem talking numbers.
Yeah.
I will rather talk numbers and you get scared to death, tuck your PP and run from me, because it's real life, it's real thing. And you know that person's going to screw you in the end. And it's happened more times than not.
Well, the thing is, you throw a number out there because you already know what other people are going to quote anyways.
Yeah. And I know I'm going to be higher. And I know Joe Jucklehead, little comedian guy that's a buddy of mine at the open mic is going to come in here and underbid it. And he's going to
pay for what you get.
You're going to pay for what you get. You're going to pay for what you get. I promise you're going to pay for what you get. But when you're realistic about numbers, here's what it actually costs to do a show. Here's the real numbers to get a decent headline or a decent feature every week. You know, I can host them. I can't feature for them every week, but I can host. And if I need to feature, I will feature and step in that shoe and pay myself that money. But the goal is to have a rotating talent. So, that's the key thing. So you've got to have that money, but you got to have those conversations. And now with the price of gas, and travel, it's ridiculous. So I talk real numbers.
Yeah.
Because these shows I'm doing that I got to drive 7 hours for, the money I get paid for that show is already burned up. I burn all that money up before I get there, before I pull in. And now I got to sell shirts, and now I got to find a way to make some money. Because if not, I'm going to go in the hole that much money coming home. And my goal is to break even. Yeah. So you've got...
It goes to the whole thing. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back.
Right. And everything's ridiculously overpriced now. Everything's, we're inflation. Everything's inflated, man. Costs. Gas alone. Let's just talk gas. Let's just freaking talk gas, not talk food. And people are like, well, I thought, what you thought is over. And everybody
thought it was the 80s.
Yeah. And that shit's got to go away, man. I am the biggest beater of the drum. That shit's got to go away.
Yeah.
And I get mad. Look, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine at the Punchline a couple weeks ago. He was standing there talking to a friend of mine who was running the show. And we were just sitting there. He goes, "Man, what are you doing?" He goes, "Man, I'm doing show, and I got this." And I'm like, and he goes, "Man, what are you charging, man?" He goes, "What are you asking people to do a show?" And he looked over at me and I said, "Say the number." Because you're about to get yelled at by him and me.
Yeah.
Because I know what his number is. I know what mine is. Mine's lower than his, but I know what his is. And what you about to throw out your mouth, we're gonna yell at you.
Yeah.
And he said the number, and I go, "You son of a bitch." And he's like, "What?" I go, Stop with these low numbers." He's, whoa, stop. And I said, "No, stop with these goddamn low numbers, dude. Stop."
Well, the thing is the ones that are lowballing are hurting everybody.
They're hurting everybody. It's hurting the collective. It's hurting the collective. It's like, look, man, you're not even covering gas for one dude.
Yeah.
It's hurting everybody.
Yeah.
It's it's kicking everybody in the nuts.
Well, the thing is, too, is you lowball it because you're a lowballer and you create these shows and they're not great. Well, that's shown against everybody.
Yeah. And, and look, and it's like I tell everybody, band, people, these places that book bands charge minimum $500. That's what a band charges. A decent, good band, these cover bands and all these really good ones, they charge about $1,000, up to $1,000. So if they're booking those guys, then why do they want to book comedy? Well, because comedy's different, brings a different crowd. They bring the same crowd, the same groupies, the same people over and over and over and over.
Yep.
They don't grow. They keep a level of entertainment that you're going to pack out, or however many people, 60, 70, 100, whatever that number is that they draw. That's it every week.
Yep.
And then you get into that stalemate. And you're like, well, we're sustaining and we're doing the same amount every show because those guys bring the same amount of people. They drink the same amount of beer. They eat the same amount. They all have a routine. They all have a thing. Nothing grows. Because not everybody likes band. People that like band stuff, they go see the band, and then you go here.
Yeah.
Now you want to try something new? They go, oh, I want to try comedy.
Yeah.
Ooh, comedy's new. Everybody wants comedy now. Okay, good. Be prepared. Pay $500 or more. And they go, what? Well, I thought I'd get it cheaper. No. They used to. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get $500-$600 show.
Yeah.
Because I know you're paying the band $500-$600.
Yeah.
Well, I can't guarantee them. Well, because we don't bring a crowd. We don't have groupies. We don't have things like that. The guys that do are in the clubs.
Yeah.
The guys that do are in theaters. The guys that do aren't sitting here to talk to you about your low night or your Saturday night or trying something different. And then you gotta. It's a continual thing, but we got to pay the guys. I got to pay guys to come. I got to be able to offer enough money to a headliner and a feature, a decent outlet to come down here and do this show or wherever.
To make it worthwhile to them.
Make it worthwhile to them and cover their gas. And I lead with, and you know how high gas is because you just spent the same amount I did in my tank.
Yeah.
So let's talk nuts and butts and seats.
Yeah.
So, don't be afraid. And the thing about what you're talking about is just, I'm going to do this. It's a gamble for both of us. But I got to draw. I got a following. I got that X amount of people. I got this. It's growing. You're going to grow with it or, whatever. But don't be afraid because they may just go, we did it once, tried it, and it was over. And you go, well, I was expecting you to sign up to do another one. That's why I gave you a deal. Unless you put in writing, we're going to do 2 X amount, and you have to do a third one for this, blah, 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 and do a contract.
Well, what I've done is I've put it where if you want one video, this is the cost. If you're wanting multiple stuff, let's talk.
Let's talk. We're going to do a contract, and you're going to pay for the first X amount up front and then a deposit on the rest. Yeah. And then you'll owe this much per video as I finish them.
Yeah.
That's what I would do in that situation. Yeah. That's what I would do. And honestly, and I've started asking that on shows when people ask me to produce shows. It's like, I need a upfront 50% deposit. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Deposit. I'm like, well, deposit, guarantee you're not going to cancel.
Yeah.
Guarantee you're not going to cancel last minute.
Yeah.
And then that commits both of you. And by the way, it's non-refundable. And they're like, what? I'm like, well, I have to book out my night. I have to stop taking shows. I book comics. They have to stop taking shows for those days.
Yeah.
Last minute, you get nervous and you want to cancel the show. And we're just supposed to not make money that day.
Yeah, that's on you.
That's on you, partner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna at least take a deposit to pay my people.
Yeah.
They don't know it until that, and if it cancels, hey, by the way, the guy canceled. You're getting X amount. You're getting X amount for the cancellation.
Yeah.
And then at least it helps them cover their costs
or
whatever. Because some of them may have started driving. Some of them may, whatever. Like me, I have to sometimes get a hotel because I'm so far away, and I have to, I'm like starting to.
And they've gotten expensive.
They have. For a decent hotel on the road. In a small town, like the average that I've been finding to get a decent place that's safe in a safe area, and that's again decent. It's about $100-$120.
Yeah.
Bottom line, that's your anything lower than that, you're in a crack den. You're taking your life in your own hand. you're getting bed bugs. There's been a lot of things happening in that room you don't want to know about. And there's probably stains to prove it. Like blood stains and things. I found that out in West Virginia. Moved hotels really quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good though. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. how are the OnlyFans going? Are they staying busy?
Cameo.
Let me Cameo OnlyFans. Yeah,
You
Cameo.
just want me to sell my feet.
Sell your feet. I want to know what your
Yeah, you
feet
just
go for. I want to know what your feet
Cameo's
are going
going.
for.
It's
I
going
bet.
good. They're staying steady.
Okay.
So
You were at 200 at one time, or 230 or 240.
yeah,
You,
it's I'm getting about 50 to 100 a week.
but it's probably. But you raised your price though too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least you're getting more bang for the buck, more quality. Sometimes it's about
Exactly.
quality than quantity.
Yeah.
Quality
Yeah.
means you're getting paid more, which means you're weeding out the knuckle monkeys.
Yes.
Going, hey, will you do this for $10?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like,
It's definitely cleaned it up a little bit.
Yeah, and that goes back to asking what you're worth, finding out
Yeah.
what you're worth. It's because everybody and his brother asks you to come do something for $100. It's when you start talking real money, or $10 in your case.
Yeah.
Then you start throwing out 50 or whatever your price is at now. I don't know. I haven't looked, and I know you were talking at 50 at one point. It weeds out some folks real quick.
Yeah.
It weeds out the people that are serious, and then you get better quality people asking more civil
Yes.
things.
Definitely civil. Some of the requests, I'm like, I canceled them. I can't do this.
Well, I know you were saying there was a couple, but they didn't sound too risque. Have they gotten worse? Were there some worse ones?
Some of them, they got pretty bad. Yeah.
Tell me. We got to tell us. You got to tell us. This is what the podcast is for. You got to tell us, man. You got to tell us one or two. Just what you didn't do it, so you said no.
Yeah.
I mean, no means no, so you said no.
Just a lot of them were just trying to get too racial.
Okay.
Too political.
Okay. Okay.
And
Good.
too revealing.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Did they want you to show a nipple?
Yeah.
You're like, that's OnlyFans. That's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
OnlyFans isn't that bad. I looked into that OnlyFans, and I was like, but then again, I didn't sign up. I didn't get into it and create an account. But I was like, I don't see where. I guess they're just hidden into different areas. People, I guess they're just. I don't know. I didn't go down the rabbit hole.
Like Craigslist areas you used to be able to get to.
Yeah, that was weird, dude. I haven't been on Craigslist. Is Craigslist still out there existing, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the thing. It's like MySpace, but it's there still.
It's a lot more civil.
Well, people were prostituting on the back end of that thing. People were looking for killers, and I mean, shit was happening, dude.
Yeah.
It was like the Silk Road, but in a way sketchier, dirty way.
Yes. Like the old Yahoo chat rooms.
Yeah. I mean, things were transpiring. I mean, things were happening. It's.
Yeah.
And does this? I haven't looked up Craigslist in a while. Does it still look like an Excel spreadsheet?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Still look like an Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah.
I want to look that up. Hold on, I want to look that up real quick. Does it still? It did. It always looked like an Excel spreadsheet to me.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what it was. It's like the lowest form of coding for something. I think there was, or it is now. Craigslist sites. Okay, here's Craigslist. Hold on. Okay, Craigslist Wikipedia. It says Craigslist Advertising Company. Is that? Are we sure it's still in existence?
I thought it was.
On Craigslist apps on Google. Craigslist has an app now. I didn't realize they had an app. Okay, Craigslist cars, trucks, all that. Okay, here we go. Let's click this. See if it's still up. I want to know. Yep, still looks the same. Swear to God. Let's look at this. I'll share my screen. Oh, hold on. Let me share my screen. I don't know why I'm excited about this. Hold on, where's my share my screen? I always
brings back memories.
It does, dude. Where's the share the screen? Oh shoot, I haven't shared my screen in a while. Virtual background. I haven't shared my screen in a while. I gotta get back in this thing and really learn where everything is again. But stop camera. Hold on. Where is it? Having issues. Yes, I'm having issues. Oh, okay. Hey, no, it's present, extra camera, slides, video, share screen. Here it goes. I forgot they moved it under a different button. Okay, here we go. All right, I want to share a window. No, share the entire screen. Yes, share. Okay, hold on. Okay, boom. Okay, here we go. You see it?
Look at that.
There it is. It still looks like an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Let's see
With less rabbit holes.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Discuss. Okay, gigs. Dude, it's only one sheet now. It's only like one. Is it one page now? Okay,
Looks like it.
National Eat Sat Watt. What's Atlanta? What's NAT Eat? I haven't been on there so long, dude. I haven't been here so long. Gigs, events, labor. I might need to get on here again. I don't know.
I was like, say, you can put your gigs up there.
I know. That's what I should, dude. I should. Watch this get me more traction than anything else I'm involved in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but no, seriously, who does go on Craigslist? Does anybody go on Craigslist? Craigslist is hiring.
It's still there, so.
Huh? It's here.
Yeah.
So it's still going. What's this? Legal education. I'm looking for. I'm trying to remember where all the weird stuff was. Alabama, Charlotte, Savannah, Tallahassee. Anyways, so that's that. Stop sharing that. Okay, Craigslist still exists. Okay. But it's one page.
My day's accomplished now.
Days accomplished. Days have been accomplished. Yes. I am going to explore that some more, though. I forgot all. I mean, Craigslist. Yeah, I am going to explore that. I'm going to explore that.
It's worth a shot.
Dude, anything's worth a shot, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I sold a pack of Legos for $10 the other day. And not just a pack. Like one of those little packs where you can make like a little kitty and it has like 8 or 9 Legos in the little like pack.
Yeah.
It was like $2 or $3. I guess my wife bought it for Riley years ago at Walmart, and it was just never opened. It was like 12 years old, like 10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
I put it up for $10. Watch it be a limited thing, and I didn't realize it. I guarantee it's some limited thing, but I put it up for $10. You know what my wife sold the other day?
What's that?
Okay, so I know I've joked about it, and I've even talked about it on stage, and I've been working about the adult Happy Meals. Okay, when we talked about the 4 eyes, the 4 eyes, they come out with now the little characters. Well, the Grimace character was like in the first one, which to me Grimace was like a butt plug. But anyways, she sold it. She sold the Grimace, the adult Happy Meals. The Grimace toy hasn't been out that long. Okay, they had it a couple months ago. They did the Boo Buckets, I guess, now. And I don't know what the adult Happy Meal toy is now. I don't know. But she sold it for $15.
Wow.
The Happy Meal was 10.
Yeah.
My stepdaughter got the adult Happy Meal because she said it had more food in it, and that's what she wanted. And she just wanted to see what the toy looked like.
Yeah.
And she says, I don't want it. And we're like, okay. I don't want it either. It's weird. It's got 4 eyes. And so my wife just goes, I'm going to see if I can sell this thing. I'm going to put it on there for like $15. And it got bought. And we had to mail it the other day. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I had that little Lego thing. It was on, I had posted it months ago. Then finally someone messaged like the other day or 2 days ago goes, hey man, the shipping looks high on that. And I looked at it and the shipping was like $11. I was like, oh shoot. And I had put in something wrong in the weight of it.
Yeah.
And so it calculated the weight wrong. And it gives you an estimated shipping cost. I was like, oh yeah, that's way off. And now we do our own shipping because I sell my own shirts. So I do my own shipping. So I know it's less than $5. I was like, oh crap. Yeah. I didn't catch that several months ago. So I adjusted it. As soon as I adjusted, I said, okay, adjust it. Sold.
And I'm sure you didn't go on eBay first.
No, I was on Macari. This Macari site that my wife had gotten on and started selling stuff on. And she wanted me to list a bunch of Riley's old school clothes clothes she used to have that she'd only worn once or twice. Some of them had tags. Some of these kids' clothes had tags she never wore. So I started helping her upload it on this Macari site to sell. And apparently it's a good apparel thing I never knew about it. Okay.
Yeah.
You take pictures and stuff. It's, it's a site. It's a site for all kinds of stuff. Women sell hats and clothing and purses and everything. It's really easy. It's a real easy site. They actually have shipping and shipping labels already for you that you just, once you sell it, you hit print, it prints it out, and you put it on your thing and send it. So it's nice for somebody who doesn't have a shipping label thing like we do.
Yeah.
So I just started helping her do that. So I want to put this Lego on it. And I put it on like 3 months ago. Forgot about it. and it just sold yesterday. And I mailed yesterday. Sold 2 days. It sold Sunday. I'm like, okay. And now I'm looking around the house. It's like, I'm about to sell every goddamn thing in this house.
What else can I get rid of?
But here's the thing. I put my dining room table up, which is a nice dining room table up months ago. Nobody bought the damn thing. I got a lot of inquiries, but nobody bought the damn thing for $800. It was $2,000 originally. Still in good condition. Barely, don't have any scratches, no stains, no nothing. And it didn't sell. So now I just set it up as the office. Cause I want to get rid of it to turn that entire dining room into a where I print all my stickers and my shirts and make everything to sell and ship. And that's kind of what it's turned into. And my wife wants to put her craft stuff in there and make it like a business office for shirts and stickers and everything else. Nobody bought the damn thing. And it's been listed. Facebook sucks.
Yes, it does.
Facebook sucks. Facebook, because I put some stuff up there. I haven't sold anything on Facebook, but my car site's pretty decent.
There you go. Put it on Craigslist.
I'm going to Craigslist. I'm going back. I'm going back to the dark side. We're going back to the dark side of Craigslist. Yeah. Come.
Just open the door carefully.
Buy my dining room table, and you get to see my nipple. That's gonna be a new soundbite.
Yeah.
New soundbite of the week. Oh, that's funny. Seriously, we need to wrap the Fat Thor podcast into your advertising things. Hey, by the way, you can do the podcast for extra $100.
Yeah.
We'll
definitely have to package it.
Package it. Hey, that's what I used to do. I used to package the radio show and the podcast. It's like you get the podcast for free or the podcast with this, blah, blah, blah. Worked out great, man. Worked out great. What else did I have to talk about? Nothing. I got one note. And then I was like, one note. I started notes and then I got sidetracked with other stuff. I get sidetracked a lot easier lately than I used to. My wife's like, I think you need ADHD or AD medicine. I said, no. I was like, I tried cocaine once. I want to do it again. So, not unless it's fentanyl free. But anyways. So what else is new? What else is going on? I'm lost.
Did you hear that I had a conversation with the Ohio State football team?
No, had no. Yeah. You know what? I think I saw a post about that. I was going to ask you about that. And I was, that's why I was waiting. I was waiting for you to kind of chime in on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, D. Scott Jr. He
okay
got a cameo for one of his buddies.
Okay.
And then we ended up linking up. He called me the other day with all the team and all that stuff. It's kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you charge him to talk to the team?
No.
All right, we got to talk. That's $1,000. That's $1,000.
I do some of them. Yeah.
Seriously?
No, I do some of them kind of just. There's a bigger network involved, so it kind of equals out.
Well, I mean, it is, but but like comedians I know who get flown in to talk to Super Bowl teams before a game and go in for like a 20-minute conversation, 30-minute conversation, will get paid $5,000-$10,000 just to show up.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to a whole team now that you've done it, you say, I talk to teams. You charge for that, Jody. Charge. That's money.
Memo.
Seriously, if you say, "Hey man, what do you charge?" We talk to the whole team. Yeah, for $1,000, you book me. I mean, thanks for buying the cameo. But if I'm motivating the team or doing a motivational thing or saying hey to the whole team before a game, I'll say hey, but that's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want me to talk or do a joke or something like that or motivate, that's a motivational speech. That's a speaking engagement. And from that, I need to get paid.
Yeah.
That's how professional speakers get. And that's how comedians and people, and what you're doing. And that's in that thing, and that's what you're getting paid to do in Cameo. So same thing for a team. You need to get paid to talk to that team.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We're getting there.
And no, you're there. Stop saying we're getting there. You're there.
We're learning.
You've already done it.
We're learning.
You've already done it. So you've done it. So now it's there. Just like I am a campaign writer. I'm a presidential campaign writer because I'm on I'm on the website. I'm slated. I'm booked for shows. I'm writing material. It's already done.
We're getting
now
there.
I get to charge for that. That's how it works.
Note to self.
Write it down. Seriously, I think the podcasts are more like business meetings for you and me than it is podcasts for everybody else. Trying to get Jody. I'm trying to get Jody focused because I'm like, everybody stay focused. There's money to be made.
We at least learned one thing today.
What's that?
Craigslist is open.
Craigslist is open. Craigslist is open. I'm selling my dining room table on Craigslist.
It's going to sell.
I needed to sell.
Yeah, it's gonna sell.
I need it out of the way. It's more in my way than it is useful as a table right now. And I'm using the whole table, but it's just for what I need to set that room up for, and the table that I need to work and have a working table it's in the way. And we don't use it. We have sat and used that dining room table 3 times. It has done nothing but hold stuff. Originally, I did the podcast from there. Scratch that. Now it's the business office for me and making sure. So I've got everything set up, the computer and everything. I think I put a picture on Instagram. Like, y'all making me work. Got to organize. Got all my stuff. So now I can boom, turn shirts out, mail them.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So I can literally go in. Someone says I need a shirt. Boom, package it. Goes out the same day.
Yeah.
So that's great, and that's what I want in there. But it's taking up other space in our area for me to be able to put other things in there that I need to put in there to be able to use.
Yeah.
So I know somebody wants a nice dining room table. This dining room table was originally $2,000. It's a nice, solid dining room table. I was asking $8,000. I'm negotiable now. I will go down to $7,000. Come get the damn thing, get it gone.
You could do a TikTok and set it on fire.
If I can make $700 doing that, I will do it. Dude, I'll burn anything. But I would like the money because the money, Christmas is coming up. So money's going to go towards Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And I was going to have foot surgery and be down. So I was going to sell the table and money. But now I'm not. I put the foot surgery off because I got to work. I got to figure out other things. But I need the money. I need the $700 for other things for Christmas and a few other things. So, and it's worth it. It's worth it. So, it's worth it. I'm not asking a super ton, and it's nice, dude. It's like 8 foot long, dude. You put the 2 leaves in it. It's a massive. It's nice. It looks good. You can fit in any space for a dining room because you got the leaves. You can take it down and go smaller. And
so you should have put it on Craigslist years ago.
Yeah, I should have put it on Craigslist. I am going to put it on Craigslist. The problem is, I need it local. So, that's the one thing I do about Craigslist. I got some weird messages on Facebook. Like, oh, I'm going to send somebody to come buy it. And I'm like, who are you?
Yeah. Do you ship?
Yeah, I got some weird people. I'm like, dude, you better be local. And you better come with a truck of 2 people because I'm not moving shit.
Yeah.
For that money, I'm not moving shit. I'm not helping you.
Yes.
And if you want me to help you, it's an extra $200 for me
Yeah.
just to think about helping you.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, but yeah, I need it gone. I need it gone. So, anyways, what else you got? Is that it? I think we're at our hour. We're hitting
That's
the
it.
hour. That's it, man. Craigslist. Jody selling his feet. No, you hadn't sold your feet yet. You're selling stuff, but you're not selling your feet yet.
Selling my soul.
Selling your soul. Selling his soul for some money today. Like the hooker on the street he is tonight.
Oh,
All right, get a cameo from Jody. What's the going price on a cameo now? $50?
35.
Ah, 35. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try
Not
the
too bad.
50? Did you try 50?
I tried the 50 for a little bit, and it
How'd it
slowed
go?
down way too much.
Yeah, that was the over the line. That was the over the line for your
Yeah.
clientele price.
Yeah.
Backed it down to 35. Well, like you said, you can do some $25 holiday special and just crank out some holiday stuff.
Yeah.
That's coming around the corner. I bet you drop that at $25. Like, man, for the holidays, you'll get a 1 minute or 30-second.
Yeah.
Whatever, and do some like weird special like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing them with my shirts. You buy 2 shirts, you get a free koozie.
Yeah.
Anytime you buy a shirt, you get some free stickers. You know, so
Buy 100 shirts, get a free table.
Yes, buy 100 shirts, get a free table. I actually had to go get some more stock. I think I only got like 60-something shirts in stock. But yeah, free table. Set 100 shirts. Yeah, free table.
Yeah.
My table is a good table. It's a good diner and solid. It's nice. Ask me for pics for it. I've got some pics. I'm going to put it on Craigslist. I am going to put it on Craigslist now, and I'm going to see what happens. Watch that sucker sell so fast. I'm going to kick myself in the butt.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick myself in the butt. I swear to God. And next week we're going to talk about if I sold it or not, and if I found anything weird on Craigslist or not. Yeah, for the next show, next Tuesday, November 15th, I'll be at the Laughing Skull Lounge doing a 4-minute set, working out some new material. Always fun at the Skull. Come see me. Come get a ticket at laughingskulllounge.com. That's the only thing I got. I'm gonna do some other stuff I'm working on. As of right now, I'm working on dates. I think we're supposed to be at the Washington, D.C. Improv December 8th. I don't know. I've got to talk with Robert about the election stuff, but we do have University of Minnesota that has signed on for next September. We'll be doing, I think, 3 or 4 shows at the university, and as well as some other dates coming up for other things. So stay tuned. Go to my website, andygunnin.com. You can sign up. I moved the sign up to the top. So when you click on my page and it comes up, just enter your email. So sign up, enter your email at the very top. And you will get an email as soon as I post the next show or shows. And we'll let you know, hey, Andy's going to be here. Andy's going to be here doing this. And he's going to be showing his nipple here. Yes, I know I don't show my nipple. But anyways, what else you got going on? No, we got $35 cameos from Jody, and he wants to sell advertising. So advertise on his TikTok.
Got my hats coming in.
What hats? You
I got some hats with some embroidery.
What kind of embroidery?
My little Reese PC logo, dude.
Which logo, dude?
The little caricature of me. It's got the Reese Pieces.
I got that.
I don't know if you ever had them.
I know the gangster one.
Yeah, it's that one, but it's an updated one. It's got Reese Pieces around it.
Oh, got you. I think I have seen that one. Okay.
I got that one embroidered.
Oh, okay. You haven't seen it yet, though?
No, I've not.
Okay. I hope it comes out good.
Hopefully it does.
Hope it does, too. Hope it does, too. That way I get one.
Exactly.
as soon as you get your shirt, which I got to go in there and print. I mean, I have to redo the whole size for your shirt for it to fit on. And I'm not mad about it. I already did it. I just got to print it and put it on there.
Don't worry. When I used to do shirts, I would do with my own, and it would be like yay big, like crap.
I did that first. I was like, whoa. It's like, it's a little big. I was like, I got to de-fat boy this one. I was like, it's going to wrap around Jody's whole body. God dang. All right, folks, that's it for the podcast. Hit up Jody, my Midget Mafia OG. Hey, somebody has done another fault site. I got a follow. I have got a follow from about 4 or 5 Midget Mafia 2.0 sites now. I don't know. I don't know if you've reported them or shut them down.
I've reported quite a few of them.
I need to go back on there and look, because just 2 days ago, somebody says you're now being followed by Midget Mafia 2.0. I go, no, I'm already followed by Midget Mafia 2.0. I mean, it's your site. It looks exactly, and so I clicked on it. I had 2 videos. I'm like, oh, we got another bogus one. I meant to text you and say something, but I don't know. You might have called it. I don't know.
I've done reported like 6 of them.
Okay, you might have called it. Yeah, it was weird. I was just like, and then I looked and I had 5. There was 5 of them following me. I was like,
yeah.
Why are they all following me? Why are they all following me? I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But I bet you're reporting them and they're not getting taken down. But I'm getting blocked every which way. Yeah. I'm done with TikTok. I'm over it, man. Every time I put a video up, man, no more than 100, 200 views, if that. I'm like, I am. You know what's not suppressing? I meant to talk about this. This episode's going long, but I'm sorry. But I did mean to talk about this. It just spurred my head that Twitter, now that Elon took over 2 days ago, I have grown and gotten 25 new followers. I'm getting new followers every day. Yeah. Which tells you how suppressed I was on that site. Yeah. I was very suppressed on that site. And I got to where I just didn't care. I would just do anything just to see if I would get a reaction. I mean, it wasn't anything bad. It was just more political stuff or more political jokes or more stuff that I don't normally post on my other sites. Yeah. And as of 2 days ago or 3 days ago, as soon as it said Elon owns the building and fired like everybody, I now have like 25 new followers. I'm getting new followers every day, which means something got some hold or some suppression algorithm or whatever I was pinholed in got released. And it's happened. So and some of them may be bots. That's fine. But there's a big change in the amount of exposure I'm getting now.
I think Twitter's fixing to be the next big, huge thing.
It is. That's the only reason I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on to see because I was like, Elon's already doing work. He's already unleashed whatever he's unleashed and fired and let go or whatever that thing is that I'm in, which I only had 100 something, not even 100 followers. I got 172 now, and I'm getting like new followers every day. So like, oh, people are finding me. Oh, people are seeing my stuff.
He didn't buy it because he was stupid.
Yeah. What's that?
I said he didn't buy it because he was stupid.
Well, no. He's not a dumb man.
There's a money thing going somewhere.
Nobody spends $44 billion just to fuck around. Excuse my language.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's
there's
got
a bigger
the money,
plan.
but he sold Tesla stock to cover his expenses. I mean, he sold $39.5 billion in his Tesla stock as soon as he was buying $44 billion. You know, he's no dummy. I mean, he's creating rockets that go into space and come back and land them damn selves. Yeah. Okay, the man's not dumb, and I don't care. And the only people that are bitching, I'm gonna go away. Bye. Yeah. The man's doing something. You might want to stick around and see what he does. Yeah, exactly. Might want to stick around and see what he does instead of bailing ship and making it all political. You know, that's the man's. I mean, It's like I'm going to tell you the same thing I told my dad on his 70th birthday. I said, Dad, you need to go buy $10,000 worth of Tesla stock. And this is before it got to the price it is now. This was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He'd have made so much money.
Yeah.
We couldn't buy it because of my job, my wife's job. But I told my dad, it's like, you need to go do it. Not because I knew information from her. I had no clue. I was just going by what I knew, what I was watching Elon do, and what I knew was coming.
Yep.
And sure as shit, he's doing it.
Yep.
I mean, I'll make money off somebody doing stuff and making stuff happen. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
The amount of stupidity. Anyways, common sense isn't common. All right, that's the show, folks. It's been a great podcast. Thank you, all those who didn't watch or follow or share. And by the way, we are live on Twitter. I forgot to tell you that. We're live on Twitter today, too. I meant to kick the show off on that, too. I forgot. That's my nap. But, dude, I'm exhausted, dude. I'm not running on all cylinders today. I'll tell you that much.
I feel you.
I am not running on all cylinders today. All right. Check us next week. Maybe Jody will have his hats. Maybe I'll send Jody his shirt by then. Maybe I'll have my table on Craigslist and we'll have somebody who bought it and gotten it out of here. There's a lot of maybes for next show. So tune in next Thursday at 11 a.m. A lot of maybes, a lot of things. Follow Jody TikTok at my Midgetmafiaog. Follow me. You follow me on anything: Instagram, Facebook, screw TikTok, Twitter. Follow me on Twitter now. I am anti-TikTok. I'm all Twitter, and we are live on Twitter. So thank you, Elon. And if you want a shirt, one of my Sugar Hugger shirts, just DM me until I get everything up on the website. Just DM me. I'll send you a Venmo link. You send me the money, and then I mail it. And it all happens the same day. Same day. Same day. Just like Hansies behind the dumpster. It happens same day. Happens right then and there. There's no hesitation. It's go time. It's go time. I know I got a little crass for that. But anyways, my wife's going to be like, you said that crap on yeah, I did. I did. I did say it. And I probably could have said a lot worse. And she's like, she'll be like, I know you said a lot worse. Yeah. All right. See you guys next week. Y'all been good. Y'all been great. Jody, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, sir.
Do something. Have some stories. Sell some advertising so we have something to talk about again this week. I want to talk about this advertising next week. I want you to sell some advertising. Sell some advertising.
We'll do it.
Sell that ass.